Ew, what stinks in here?
The Litterbox is the part of the show where I dig through all of the stupid news and I only bring you back the best stuff every week. That way you don't have to clog up your brain power reading stupid things. I'll do it all for you. I'm just that nice a guy. And let's get started in California, where a woman and her 2-year-old daughter were terrified to realize that there was an intruder in their house. So they were asleep in the mom's room, and they hear a bang, 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 bang going down the stairs. And they wake up, and she starts panicking. She calls the police. She's like, there is someone in my house. You have got to come save us. Something really bad is going to happen. So she takes her 2-year-old daughter. They run across the hall, lock themselves in the bathroom while the police are on the line. Police show up. They kick the door down because they were like, do you still hear an intruder bashing around down there? She's like, yeah, get in here. So the cops kick the door down, and what do they find is no intruder, but rather a Roomba vacuum robot. So I guess she has a son, too, who is going out of town for the weekend, and he knew he wasn't going to be allowed to leave until he got his chores done. So he decided to run the Roomba at night, that way vacuuming was off the list, and then he could just go off and hang out with his friends, right? Well, he didn't tell them that he was running the Roomba, and they have not used the Roomba in I think she said it was 4 years since they bought the Roomba and they last used it. So they didn't realize that there was a vacuum bashing around out in those walls, and he didn't realize that he needed to put something in front of the stairs to keep the Roomba from falling down them, because the Roomba took a nice tumble, and that was the bashing down the stairs that they heard. Oh, that's so embarrassing. I might even say that story sucks. Huh? Vacuums. They suck too. Da-da-da-da-da-da. In the Philippines. Let's move on. The Philippines Coast Guard has seized $25 million worth of illegal giant clams that were harvested just off of the coast. These clams are really popular decorative items. They get huge, up to 400 pounds, and they live up to 100 years. They are crazy cool. The thing is, though, that these clams are endangered, so overfishing them and overharvesting them is a real problem, especially considering they grow very slowly, so they don't mature for a long time, so they can't reproduce for a long time. So if you go out there and you harvest them all, there's no more giant clams for anybody. Plus, the fishing process involves dragging the bottom of the ocean, which ends up destroying all of the natural reef in their path. So they were caught, they were arrested, $25 million worth of clams. And that's the third clam bust this week. They also found another one that was $3 million worth of clams and another one that was worth almost $2 million worth of clams. Absolutely bonkers. And I just feel like the giant clams deserve better. So I've got a message to all you clam grabbers out there. You touch the giant clams, you mess with nature again, and you're gonna have to go through me. And I am not gonna be as nice as the Filipino Coast Guard. I actually have no idea how the Philippine Coast Guard runs, but I'm sure I'll be a lot meaner than them. So watch it, clam grabbers, put your hands in your pocket. This is maybe one of the funniest things. This might go in the Hall of Fame for one of the favorite things that I've ever read. A Polish woman called Animal Control to report a mysterious animal lurking in the tree outside of her house. And the cops are like, what do you mean a mysterious animal? She goes, I don't know. There's an animal in the tree. It's freaking everyone in the apartment complex out. No one wants to open their windows in case it climbs in. I think it might be some kind of iguana or something. It was a pretty genuine concern. Everyone was like, that animal's gonna get in and wreak havoc. That's the Mothman. That's the Chupacabra. That's Bigfoot. I don't know what is in that tree, but you need to come get it. So when officers arrived, they look around. They're like, where is this giant, mysterious, horrifying creature? They found it up in the tree. It was a croissant. Yes. She thought that this croissant was a lizard. So Animal Control obviously removed the croissant from the tree. They went around letting everyone know, hey, you're fine, it's safe. It was just a croissant, and everyone felt so stupid. I don't know what is going on with the lizards in Poland, but they look delicious, quite frankly, and I think I'm gonna have to add Poland to my list of places to go. Officers had a really good laugh, and they posted they posted the photo up on Facebook, and it immediately went viral. People started making fan art and all sorts of other stuff. My favorite thing, though, is probably this very realistic croissant pet judging contest. I like to believe this is real, and I like to believe it happens every year in Poland. And if it doesn't, well, Poland, we're gonna have to start because this is too good! And finally, this is absolutely bananas. A woman in North Carolina was just hanging out in her driveway when she started getting attacked by a bobcat. Her husband is like, whoa, that's a bobcat. He runs up, grabs the bobcat by the legs, and flings it across the yard. Here, I'll play the video for you.
Bobcat! Oh my God! Get up! Get up! Get up! It's a beat! Get up! Lindsay! Watch out! It's a bobcat! Attack my wife!
Absolutely terrifying. So he takes it, he flings it across the yard, he warns everyone, get out of here, I'm gonna go get my gun. Unfortunately, he did have to put the animal down. Animal control tested the animal, and it turns out that he did have rabies. So it's not particularly common for an attack like this to happen, especially in your own driveway, but rabid animals are kind of out of their mind. They don't really know what they're doing, and it could have been a real danger. So it's really sad that the animal had to be put down, but he was really sick, and there was no way of saving him after that. And it's just kind of a bummer. But more importantly, I just want to have a really frank conversation, because I know that at least one person right now watching this is sitting there crying because some Tinder loser hasn't messaged her back, or he said he didn't want to be in a relationship, he just wants to keep having fun, or whatever it is. They're crying over these low-rate, weak men. Girl, unless he's throwing bobcats, unless he's gonna yeet a bobcat across into the neighbor's yard for you, he ain't the one. You gotta keep moving on. You gotta go find a new man, honey, because that guy is a loser, and you need to get yourself a hero, like the guy who threw a cat for someone. And that is the Litterbox.